Hello there, you sexy beasts, it's your boy Vatty1. Welcome to another episode of Follow From Out of You, Boopocalypse. Now, just like the previous episode, there won't be any skimpy outfits in this video, so yeah, I am a little bit sad about that as well. Now, here we have Iron Man and these Gundams are still fighting each other, and they've been fighting each other since the last episode, and they're causing quite a bit of damage. So Rebby, my character, if she's not too careful, she will get caught in the middle of a fight, and uh-oh, there goes Rebby. Oh my goodness, it looks like the explosion was so powerful that it flung her into the next dimension.
Maybe you won't be such a disappointment in the next dimension.
Revolted, the retro minigame by Cohagen, is a very unique and silly video game that you can play in Fallout 4. Now, the minigame can be found at Concord at the Speakeasy building. In one of the rooms, you can find a terminal that looks very inviting to use, so let's go check it out. It feels like I'm revisiting the 1990s again. It's very nostalgic. Now, as you can see, everything is very old school. I love how they have like a bad guy with a British accent of some sort. I think it's like either British or Australian. I'm not quite sure. And it looks like he has like a pentagram on his forehead.
Taken the vault from you. That's right. I've taken it from you. So please leave. You're trespassing on private property. Goodbye.
Overseer, we have a dire situation. I will fill you in.
Oh boy, it looks like this Captain guy looks like he belongs in a Nintendo 64 game. You know, just based on his graphics and how he looks, it looks like he belongs in an N64 game. I don't know, maybe like GoldenEye or something, or Perfect Dark.
General, what is happening?
The professor opened the vault door. He is trying to destroy us. You have to stop him.
Now, they also made my character, who is an overseer of this vault, have a Duke Nukem voice, so that's pretty cool as well.
Kay, leave this to me. I will save the vault.
Oh yeah, let's go chew bubblegum and kick some ass. Okay, so let's go check out the first area. Let's see what kind of monsters there are. Now, is it going to be aliens, zombies, zombie aliens? And oh man, it looks like we have our first weapon, a shotgun. Okay, nice, a double barrel shotgun. Now, the first enemy that we are going to meet are these little rats that has infested the vaults. And there are also a few other enemies like vault dwellers that have been turned into zombies. And there are also some vault dwellers that are wearing power armor as well. Now, just like a lot of like old school games, there are like jumping puzzles and there are also secret rooms and passageways. Now, I would say that this kind of reminds me a lot of like Duke Nukem or the very first Doom game. There are a few NPCs like this very lovely lady here. She kind of looks like Natalia from the James Bond game GoldenEye on Nintendo 64. Yeah, you know.
Oh my god. Those guys were real penis faces. Thanks for rescuing me.
Yeah, she can pretty much blow our whistle instead, if you guys know what I mean. Oh boy. Now this right here must be the sexiest NPC in Fallout 4. You know, just look at how perky those boobies are, those titties are. Without spoiling too much, it does get pretty crazy. As you can see in the end game, it gets pretty trippy. It looks like we're in some kind of a glitchy area. And there is also some retro gaming music that kind of goes on in the background of the minigame. However, I try not to play too much of it just in case YouTube doesn't like it. Anyways, that was very fun. It looks like the skeleton right here that was sitting in front of the game was having so much fun as well. You know, I bet he was fapping to Natalia as well. You know, because I know we would. Now, it looks like we do have a problem. We have a problem. It looks like the vault dwellers from the game is now invading the Commonwealth. So what are we gonna do? We need some armor so we could like equip ourselves. We have the Black Widow armor and Pip-Boy by Digital X and Mitsusuke, and it's a very hardcore looking armor that is perfect for people that is a stone cold killer. Now, the Black Widow can be found at the Wildwood Cemetery, and it can be found in this chest right here, and it comes in two parts. We have the hood and the outfit itself. The Black Widow has a hood, a mask, some body armor, and a very long trench coat over it. It looks like it kind of reminds me of like the Reaper from Overwatch. You know, we have the trench coat, which is very worn out from being exposed to the elements and being around an environment that's pretty hostile. And the best part of the outfit is definitely the hood and the mask. Now, the mask right here says Till Death, and there are 3 glowing eyes as well. There are a few different colors that is available for the eyes. However, I think the best part would be the underworld vision. Now with this, you can see the souls of your enemies just like Reaper. How it works is very simple. First, you go into first person mode and then you can have your weapon out. You will automatically detect enemies that are around you. They will also take 50% more damage. Now the cool thing is that when you go into first person mode, there is a transition sound effect and there's also kind of a gray tint to your screen. So it does this when you go into first person mode from third person. Now the Pip-Boy also has a black color to it to match the Black Widow outfit. Now if you have not noticed, the trench coat also has some physics, so it does kind of flutter around when you move. I think Raimi needs some very cool looking weapon animation to go with the Black Widow. We have the weapon equip animation replacer by War Daddy, and it makes it so every time you bring out a weapon it looks cool and flashy. Now first of all, I will show you guys the vanilla animation and then the animation replacer just so you can see it and compare it better. Now first of all, we have the combat shotgun. The vanilla animation is kind of boring, you know, you just bring up the shotgun from the bottom of the screen. Nothing really happens. Now when you bring up the shotgun, you kind of pull the bolt back and you load in a shotgun shell, so it's very exciting to see something very different and very like creative. It is the same thing for the combat rifle. It's very boring on how you bring up the weapon, and with the mod install you actually pull the bolt back and load in a bullet into the chamber, so it makes it a little bit more better, and in my opinion I think it's better than the vanilla animation. Obviously, I'm sure you all agree, right? And here we have the 44 revolver. Vanilla wise, it's pretty good. I actually like it, you know, like how you spin the chambers. However, the mod makes it just as flashy. You kind of flip the 44 revolver around. It's a 360 animation, a 360 flip. And with the deliverer pistol, it has a decent animation as well. You kind of like pull the like a slide back. However, with the mod install, you also do a 360 flip as well. Now the vanilla handmade rifle and the submachine gun animations are kind of garbage as well. You kind of lift up the gun, nothing really happens. And with the mod install, both of them kind of allows you to kind of like cock the gun so it's ready to fire. You know, you put one in the chamber. Now since you are the hero of the game, I think you should have some very fancy weapon handling skills, or we can have ourselves our very own weapon to go with the Black Widow. We have the 45 auto pistol, code M1911 by Deadpool 2099, HARUN Hitman 47101, and it provides us with one of the most popular handguns in the world. Now, the code M1911 is a very popular weapon in America. It fires a very powerful 45 caliber round, and the standard magazine holds 7 rounds in the 1911. And the mod author did a very good job, a very beautiful job, especially with the engravings on the side of the handgun. Now there are two colors, one that you saw already and there's also a black one, and I think both colors look very beautiful. I think I like the black one a little bit better though. Now there are plenty of mods to add on to the M1911. For example, there are 3 different muzzle attachments. We have like the muzzle brake, we have the compensator, and we also have a silencer. Now there is even a holo sight that you can kind of place on top of the handgun, and it kind of looks pretty bulky and it looks pretty futuristic now, you know, kind of. It looks kind of homemade, I guess you could say, the holo sight. Now I think the M1911 is definitely a very beautiful weapon, and it's a very good symbol for the Second Amendment. You know, it's the best gun for making sure a hostile enemy will go down after getting shot. Now, of course, I think we need something with a little bit more power and a little bit more bullets in it. We have the 9X39 project by FX0X01, HARUN friends, and this time we have 2 very different weapons to play around with. Now right here we have the first weapon, which is the VAL, and this weapon has a silencer on it already. Now it kind of looks like a tiny bit like an AK rifle derivative. I want you guys to keep in mind that there are no mods on it as well. There's not many changes, and this is like the base weapon. And here we have the VSS. It's very similar to the VAL. Now the biggest difference would be like the stock and the magazine size, and again the receiver, which is the top middle part of the gun, looks kind of like an AK derivative. Now I will be firing both weapons to show you guys what they sound like and the big difference between the two. We have the VAL, which is an automatic rifle, and I'm guessing the A and VAL means automatic. And this time we are using the VSS. It's a semi-automatic rifle, which means it fires one bullet every time you click on your mouse. Now there's a few accessories that can be attached to either rifle. We have like 4 or 5 different scopes that you can attach onto your rifle, and there's also some attachments for your barrel and stock. And with all of these accessories right here, you know, it'll probably double the weight of your gun. Just look at how like intimidating these rifles look right here. Now the guns right here kind of looks like they are meant for like special forces or something, so you know, you better watch out guys, you better watch out. It is probably the most amount of attachments I've ever seen on a gun before. Anyways, I think this is it for this episode. We need to warn the citizens of the Commonwealth about the upcoming invasion from the Revolta minigame. Anyone here playing Black Desert Online, by the way? I just started playing recently and I wonder if anyone here wants to play with me. I'm playing on the North American server. No, I might make a guild if I have enough people, so if you're playing and you want to play with me, let me know. We could have like a big giant harem or something, I don't know. Yeah, it'll be fun guys, it'll be fun. Preferably if you play a female character, if you guys know what I mean. As usual, I'd like to thank a few of my Patreon supporters for the month of December. We have Daniel Batty. Thank you for being such an awesome fan. I love you, man. I love you forever. We have Black Rider UK, and he's a new Patreon supporter. And he also has a Twitch, so I think you guys should go check him out. You know, just look up Black Rider UK. And thank you for everyone else for your fantastic support, and I appreciate your continued patronage. Now, a link for my Patreon can be found in the video description below if you want to become my patron. Well then, stay sexy, my friends. Stay sexy, my fellow Vault Dwellers, and pretty much every mod that I featured in this video can be found in the video description below, and as well as my Twitter, my Steam group page, and my Discord. So anyways, stay sexy my friends, stay sexy.